2020, a day never to be forgotten in Nigeria history, a day where Nigerian youth stood for one thing. And now, a year later, new information is coming to light as regards what really happened that day. On the streets of Lagos today, we are asking the good people how this new report resonates with them. My name is Marianne. This is Street Voices on TV Independent. Don't go anywhere as we bring to you diverse opinion on the streets of Lagos. Okay, now, new information just came into light regarding the Lekki Tollgate shooting. How did that resonate with you when you found out?
See, we have shameless leaders. I wonder how they feel when they go to international meetings, Commonwealth, United Nations. They are not human beings. How will you tell me nobody died in Lekki NSAS protest? They are just fools and liars. And the reality that will help us, they are, is not helping matters because they are breeding a new generation that will follow after them. People without conscience, people without human feelings. It's a blatant lie. I wonder if they can tell their children, don't tell a lie. It's as simple as people died and they are running away from the truth. At the end of the day, you come as I'm a Nigerian leader. They are not supposed to be leaders.
Okay, sir, what can you tell us? How does this new report regarding the Lekki shooting, how does it make you feel?
Well, you see, it's very difficult to ascertain as at this time. But if you allow me to take my mind back to the event that happened over a year ago, the government have come out, to really plead with the people that we have end SARS. So please, everybody should go home, and rest, and government is doing something about the situation. But you find a situation where by the hoodlums came and joined the true protesters and hijacked the event and begin to misbehave and begin to, damage and destroy public facilities, upon which many innocent individuals lost their valuable item to the tune of millions of naira. So this is a situation whereby the hoodlums hijacked the event of the NSAS protest, and eventually, this led to the government, directing the law enforcement agents, such as the army, to come in there to intervene, and mistakenly, out of overzealousness, the armies went shooting at the people. But actually, the government has asked people to vacate and leave, that we are going to end the SARS. But the stubborn ones are actually the hoodlums who refused to leave that Lekki shooting site.
So are you saying the hoodlums got shot and not normal civilians?
The true protesters left immediately. The government had ordered them that we have ended the SARS. But the people that remained there and continue to protest, we are the hoodlums. So the people that the army attacked, we are actually hoodlums. They are not true protesters. I've discussed it with whomever I had the opportunity to discuss with. As at the time that this event happened, that those people that the army shot that were not true protesters, they were hoodlums. They were hoodlums. They are not true protesters, because when the government say, "Oh, please, we have ended this, please go home and rest," the people that stubbornly remain at that site, we are hoodlums who went about destroying properties and people facility.
Okay, but the government is yet to come out with a statement. But then we have a report everywhere already. At first, they said there were no killings, but now they are saying there were killings, and then several were injured. How does that make it? Does it sit well? Permit me if I'm correct, for somebody to have said nobody was killed and now coming to say, yes, people were killed and several were injured. How does that particular thing make you feel?
People were killed because the bullets that were used were live bullets. I won't really, mince word about it. That shooting were illegal. They shouldn't have shot people there. So I think those army out of overzealousness, they shouldn't have shot. Even though the people they were act out of overzealous about the national issue, but then I feel that the armies, acted wrongly by going out there to shoot people with live bullets. And as a matter of fact, some people were killed and some people were severely injured. That is very true.
I got the news yesterday about the outcome of the panel set by the government herself. You know, a panel was set to look into the things surrounding the Lekki shootings because in some quarters there was something coming out that there wasn't any killing. Why generation of people believe that they killed, and those who were present saw what happened too. Even if you look at that lady that ran away, that DJ lady, well, yes, she was the person that videoed everything, that covered everything, because they never believed a camera of that level was there that could cover everything. So they were surprised when the thing came alive. Everything happening there came alive. And remember what Nnamdi Kanu said then? He said, now we are back. Because that time, before that then, Nnamdi Kanu was saying that they have destroyed all the whole cameras there. He was shouting, broadcasting to the world what was going on. So when the thing happening there came alive again on screen, his own screen where he was in Israel, he was happy. It's okay now. We have started to see what is going on there. One of our people there, had connected us. So they started seeing everything. And it was through that lady that the world were able to see what happened. You understand? And if you see this finding by this panel, it will really testify that the people were right. They shot how many people? They cleaned everywhere, took their bodies away. And if you see what the findings, the panel said, they ordered the government to bring those who were responsible. And why they cleaned the place, and why they did what they did, even the government, the police, they indicted the police for covering such thing till now. Even some of the authorities, we are saying that there wasn't any killing. You understand? In a same community, in a same nation, they would have ordered the arrest of information minister by now. And those who were saying nobody was killed. Remember, this panel, this committee is set by government to find out what happened at Lekki. They were set up by government. You understand? And now they came out with this result. Really, I know that there are some other world bodies that are interested, so much interested in it. That was why, and that is why this panel gave us this outcome.
Look, youths were killed. Many youths were thrown into Atlantic Ocean. Many youths were killed and their body has not been yet recovered. Many were exhumed out from the mud. You know, lake there is just how many meters you get into the Atlantic Ocean. So many were buried in the mud there. Many are still missing. I'm telling you, I read this morning, there is a compensation going on now for some of the victims. 400 and something million was just earmarked to compensate families. It's on the paper this morning. 4 people are declared missing as I'm talking to you now with facts. Government has owned it up. So let me tell you, who said nobody died? Who said world first massacre without blood traces? That is Lai Mohammed, Nigerian information minister, a man with family. He has many children. Look at what he's just voiced out over the killings of innocent youth. Many families were rendered childless. I mean, husband and wives, they are still looking for their loved ones, their children, their words. Up to date, they have not been found. Let me tell you, world highest massacre without blood traces. A whole information minister. Look, court has awarded such a financial, incentive to the families whose loved ones were killed. So how do you regard the information minister? Is he a nice man or a bad man? His name is Mohammed. Many things wrong with. If I say it, you won't like it.
Right from time, I don't trust politicians. Politicians' words are not always truthful. Right from that October 2020 last year, and fortunate enough, I was there, but I was not there when the incident happened. I was there a night before that day. I also have the video when I was shouting EndSARS, but I was not there that night. I left there because I actually went to a FEMAS very close to that place called IMAS to relax. So when I was coming, I said, people are joining, let me join and protest too. So my government saying that there was no there, like politicians, at first we were supporting Sanwo-Olu, especially when he took the documentaries to Buhari to go and tell them our demand. But all of a sudden, when he came, when this incident happened, he even went to visit some hospitals that were just some victims. Yet he's still claiming there was no death. We were really, really disappointed. Let me be sincere. We were really disappointed, and I'm not sure with this, what will I put it? With this incident that just happened, I'm not sure that I personally will support the Lagos State government come 2023, because they have lied to us. They have made us feel like we don't have to trust our government anymore. In detriment of someone's life, they are still claiming that there was no death. It was disappointing.
Or don't you think this recent information could just be another way of somebody somewhere to, turn the people against the government?
There's nothing like that. I even read this morning that the Lagos State government has set a committee. I cannot, not really, because I was in the bus, I did not really go through it. He has set a committee to also investigate what I've seen, what people have seen. No, there's nothing like somebody want to sabotage somebody else. This is just the plain truth. At least this happened last year. It took their time to analyze. So if they can conclude on an answer to that, means definitely they check. There's what we call fact checking in journalism. So they did some fact checking before they arrived in this conclusion. Even when the panel were doing all those debates, they were still quiet until yesterday that they released the whole thing. So definitely there's nothing like we want to say. We took our time. The people that were involved, they took their time to bring out. You saw the names. They brought out the names, so they took their time. There's nothing like rush work. This happened last year, so now you can see they are giving answers. So definitely there's nobody sabotaging. Someone is a good governor. At least they gave him an award during the COVID-19 period that he was the best one that handled the COVID-19. So, but this incident, no. It really disappointed us.
A year later, after the Lekki Tollgate shooting, this is how Nigerians have reacted to the new report. Now, to you back at home, how do you feel about this new report? How does it resonate with you? We would like to know what you think about this particular topic. Thank you for sticking with us. My name is Marianne, signing out for Street Voices.